actually ready for more. Most guys miss the silent signals. I'm showing you 10 hidden clues that mean she's ready for a deeper connection, but you need to know what to look for. Stick around. 1. A lot of people think a deeper connection starts with big moments, dramatic confessions, or perfect date or nights, but that's not usually how it works in real life. Most of the time, intimacy shows up in the small stuff first. It shows up when she stops keeping everything surface level and it starts letting you see the real thoughts behind her smile. It shows up when she feels safe enough to be a little more honest, a little more open, and a little less guarded. If you want to understand whether she's ready for a deeper connection, don't just listen to the words she says. Pay attention to the energy, the consistency, and the way she lets you into her world. A woman who's ready for more doesn't always say, I want more. Sometimes she just begins creating more space for your conversation, real trust, and real emotional presence, and that's the part most people miss. They chase obvious signs and ignore the quiet ones, but quiet signs are often the most honest ones. In relationships, the strongest connections usually grow from the moments that look ordinary on the outside but actually mean a lot underneath. If you can learn to notice those moments, you'll understand her much better, and you'll also become better at building trust in every part of your life, not just romance. 2. One of the clearest signs that she's ready for deeper connection is that she starts sharing things that ain't polished, not perfect, and not designed to impress you. That matters because a real intimacy doesn't happen when someone is performing. It happens when they feel comfortable enough to be human. If she talks about her stress, her family issues, her old patterns, her fears, or the stuff she usually keeps hidden, that's not random, that's emotional opening. She may not be saying it directly, but she is giving you access to the part of herself that usually stay protected. And when someone does that, the worst thing you can do is rush, judge, or try not fix everything. People open up more when they feel understood and not analyzed like a problem to solve. The smartest move is to listen with patience, respond with calm, and show that you can handle the truth without turning it into drama in everyday life. The same rule works everywhere. People trust you more when you make him feel safe, not exposed. So if she's giving you more honesty, more vulnerability, and more realness, take that seriously. It usually means she's not just passing time with you. She's testing whether this connection can go somewhere deeper and last longer. If these signs are finally clicking for you, hit that like button so I know you're with me, and subscribe if you want to master the art of deep connection. 3. Another subtle sign is that she becomes more curious about your inner world, not just your daily schedule. At the beginning, a lot of conversations stay on the easy stuff. What you do, where you went, what you ate, what movies you like. But deeper connection starts when she wants to know how you think, what shaped you, what you struggle with, what you want next, and what actually matters to you when nobody is watching. That kind of curiosity is important because intimacy ain't just about being liked, it's about being understood. If she asks better questions, remembers small details, and follows up on things you mentioned before, she's probably not just being polite, she's building emotional closeness on purpose. And if you want that bond to grow, you need to match it with your own honesty. Don't give short, empty answers. Give real ones. People connect faster when the conversation has depth, meaning, and a little emotional rest. The truth is, modern relationships often fail because people know how to entertain each other but not how to understand each other. So when she starts showing genuine interest in your inner life, that's a strong signal. She is not just looking for conversation, she's looking for connection that feels real, stable, and worth investing in. 4. A big sign she is ready for deeper connection is that she starts including you in parts of her life that used to feel separate. And maybe she talks about future plans and casually makes room for you in them. And maybe she introduces you to friends, tells you about her routine, or brings you into the small details of her day without being asked. That's not just a convenience, that's invitation. When someone wants a deeper connection, they stop treating you like a side note and start treating you like part of their emotional reality. This doesn't always mean huge declarations. Sometimes it's as simple as I thought you'd wanna know this, or I'd like your opinion on something important to me. Those are powerful moments because they show trust and mental inclusion in relationships. Feeling included matters just as much as feeling desired. Desire can be immense, but inclusion builds longevity. And in everyday life, the same pattern holds. People who bring you into their world are usually the ones who see value in keeping you there. So if she starts making space for you in her life instead of keeping everything compartmentalized, paying attention, that's often a real sign that she is moving from casual interest into deeper emotional investment. 5. Another sign that's easy to miss is when she becomes more comfortable with the silence around you. A lot of people think connection means constant talking, constant texting, constant entertainment. But that's not true. Real comfort often shows up when two people can sit in a quiet moment without feeling awkward, bored, or forced. If she can be around you and not feel the need to fill every second, that means something important. It usually means that her nervous system feels calmer with you. She doesn't have to perform, explain herself non-stop, or manage the whole mood by herself. That kind of ease is a serious relationship signal because people are more likely to open up when their body feels safe, not just their mind. And this same principle works in everyday life too. Calm presence is more powerful than constant noise. If you want people to trust you, stop trying so hard to always impress them. Learn how to be steady. Learn how to listen without rushing to respond. Learn how to create a space where honesty feels natural. If she's relaxed enough to be quiet with you, that's not emptiness, it's comfort, and comfort is often one of the strongest foundations for deeper connection because it means that the relationship is becoming a place where both people can simply be themselves. What's the first sign she showed you? 6. She may also start showing more emotional consistency, and that's a huge clue. When someone is only halfway invested, their behavior usually feels mixed, confusing, or hard to read. One day they're warm, the next day they're distant. One day they're open, the next day they shut down. But when a woman is ready for something deeper, her energy often becomes more steady. That doesn't mean she never has bad days. Everybody does. It means her inner doesn't keep disappearing every time life gets busy or emotions get real. She still shows up, she still checks in, she still makes the effort even when things ain't perfect. That consistency matters because consistency is what makes trust possible. Without it, people stay stuck in guessing games, and guessing games kill intimacy fast. In everyday life, consistency is also what makes people dependable, respected, and easy to trust. If you want stronger relationships, romantic or otherwise, stop focusing only on intensity. Intensity can be exciting, but consistency is what builds safety. So if she is showing you a pattern of steady behavior, steady care, and steady presence, that's a deeper signal than any flashy gesture. It means she may be getting ready for a connection that feels real, stable, and emotionally grown up. 7. One of the most underrated signs is that she starts being honest about what she needs instead of hoping you'll magically guess it. That's a major step toward deeper connection because a healthy bond can't survive on hints, mind reading, and silent expectations. If she says, I need more communication, I like when you follow through, I need time to process, or I want to feel more emotionally connected, that's a gift, even if it feels uncomfortable in the moment. Why? Because clear needs mean clear trust. It means that she believes the relationship is strong enough to handle truth. People who care less often stay weak. People who care more often get real. And if you wanna build something solid, you should welcome clarity instead of fearing it. In fact, one of the most practical skills in relationships and daily life is learning how to state your needs without attacking, blaming, or begging. That skill alone can transform how people respond to you. So, if she's getting more direct about what she wants, don't take it as a pressure, take it as a progress. It usually means she is no longer interested in surface level connection. She wants something deeper, cleaner, and more real. and she is giving the relationship a chance to become that. 8. Another subtle but powerful sign is that she starts revealing her softer side more often. That can look like letting her guard down, laughing at herself, admitting when she's scared, or showing affection in small ways that feels sincere rather than staged. A lot of people hide their softness because they think it makes them look weak, but the truth is the opposite. Softness is often what makes intimacy possible when she allows herself to be seen without the armor on. She is taking an emotional risk, and risk is part of every deep bond. If you notice that she is no longer just protecting herself all the time, that's important. She may be trying to see whether you can meet her there with respect, patience, and emotional maturity, and this matters beyond romance. 2. In daily life, people who can stay open without becoming careless usually build stronger friendships, better teamwork, and more honest communication. So when she shows more softness, don't rush past it. Respond gently. Don't tease too hard. Don't make her regret opening up. The way you respond to someone's vulnerability often decides whether that connection grows or shuts down. If she is showing you her softer side, she may be saying without words that she wants more than chemistry. She wants emotional safety, genuine closeness, and a connection that doesn't punish honesty. Do you think she wants a deeper connection or just comfort? 9. She may also begin paying attention to the little things you say and do, not because she is being nosy, but because she cares. This is a real sign of deeper connection because emotional investment makes people more attentive. She remembers your favorite snack, the story about your stressful day, the thing you said you were proud of, or the detail you mentioned once and forgot about. That kind of attention ain't about being perfect, it's about being present. And a presence is one of the strongest signs that somebody is genuinely invested in you. When a woman is emotionally engaged, she listens in a different way. She doesn't just hear words, she notices patterns, moods, and meaning. That's a big shift from casual interest. It means you're mature enough for her mind to hold on to the details in relationship. Attention is often more valuable than grand gestures because it proves that the connection is living inside her real life, not just in the moment. And in everyday life, people who pay attention build better trust, better communication, and better outcomes with everyone around them. So if she remembers the small stuff, don't dismiss it. That's often one of the quietest but strongest signs that she is ready for a deeper bond. 10. At the end of the day, the real code to deeper connection ain't about playing games, chasing mixed signals, or trying to force a breakthrough. It's about noticing whether she's becoming more open, more curious, more steady, and more real with you over time. That's the pattern that matters. A woman who's ready for deeper connection usually doesn't announce it in a perfect speech. She shows that through trust, inclusion, honesty, softness, and consistency. And if you want that connection to actually grow, the best thing you can do is become the kind of person who makes the truth feel safe. Be clear, be consistent, listen fully, don't punish vulnerability, don't reward confusion. The people who create a lasting intimacy are usually the ones who know how to make the other person feel seen without making them feel trapped. That applies to relationships, friendships, family, and even everyday conversations. If you can do that, you won't just understand her better, you'll communicate better everywhere in real life. And that's what makes a connection deeper, not just a chemistry, but the feeling that being real with you is safe, valuable, and worth it. And now don't stop here. Check out my full playlist on building deeper relationships to keep growing. And hey, what's the biggest question you're still stuck on? Drop it in the comments below. Let's talk.